What is up, you guys? Coach Danny here, breaking down my favorite handstand push-up progression. This video tracks the progress of one of my clients where she went from just a headstand hold to being able to string together multiple handstand push-ups in just 12 weeks. Here is how she did it. Her journey started on March 30th with dialing in just a basic headstand hold. Believe it or not, this is arguably one of the most important positions to dial in, because if you're not comfortable in this position, you won't be able to be comfortable doing handstand push-ups. Always pressing the hands into the floor, alleviating some of the pressure from your head and neck. The following week, adding some difficulty with a handstand hold. Full lockout, notice the body in a nice straight line. This is very, very well done. Getting comfortable and building strength in the upside down position. Following week, adding some difficulty with 3-second negatives. This is important because it develops strength within the position. One of the best ways to develop strength is what's called time under tension. The more time your body and your muscles are under tension, the more strength gains are going to occur because of it, and it's no different with handstand push-up practice. So 3-second lower, and that's it. Next up, April 13th is kipping negatives. So slow negative, bring the knees down to the elbows, roll out of it, then kick right back up. Basically what we're doing here is developing coordination, timing, comfortability in that upside down position, and really just being able to get comfortable with that kip. And there's no better way to do it than with negatives. Watch the neck here. I want to freeze it real quick because this is very important. The inherent issue, watch the neck, see that curve? There's that excessive curve in the neck putting so much strain on the spine. You want to avoid that at all costs. It's one of the inherent problems of handstand push-up work is you put your body in a compromised position. You want to alleviate that by keeping the neck as straight as possible. We'll go back to that in a quick second. The following week, we're increasing difficulty by doing strict handstand push-ups with very little range of motion. So you could put an ab mat or two underneath and see her arms are only bending up about an inch or so, just gaining confidence upside down, bending the elbows, locking them out, just gaining comfortability in that position. The following week, more negatives, but watch the neck. Much better control here. Still just bringing the elbows down to the knees, but being a little bit more cognizant of that head and neck position. So again, negatives, a great way to develop strength in the upside down position. Knees to elbow in preparation for that kip. Much better control. Nice work. So now that she's done that, the following week we add a little bit more difficulty. Kipping practice with no press. So we're essentially dialing in timing. So it's a slow negative. She's going to bring her knees to her elbows and then kick the feet up towards the ceiling without pressing. Notice that? So now what we're doing here is we're just practicing timing. This is a coordinated effort that doesn't happen overnight. So we're breaking it down into small little segments so that eventually you can put it all together and be able to do a full kipping handstand push-up. And I just want you to note here just kind of the infancy stages of her kip. She's still developing that coordination and timing. Watch the kip here. It still seems forced. All right, but we'll get back to that in a second. Next week, adding more difficulty. Strict handstand push-up with more range of motion. She was using books for additional or less range of motion, so she just took away one of the books, and it's now a little bit more range of motion, just adding difficulty in that position. So now we're going to put it all together with the kipping handstand push-up. So knees come to elbow, kick the feet back up, but it's limited range of motion. So she's not worried about full range of motion here. It's just a little bit more than last time, and it's baby steps. Adding difficulty, we're continuing to work on the kipping handstand push-up, but with more range of motion. So I like to think of it as crawl, walk, run. Crawl, walk, run. Baby steps. Master the crawling, master the walking, then go to running. That's what we're doing here. So she's doing kipping handstand push-ups with just a little bit more range of motion than last time. Next week, see how she's getting a little bit more comfortable upside down. Now she's doing kipping handstand push-ups, full range of motion, just one at a time here. Notice the toes as well. full control on the kick up and watch the toes pointed up towards the ceiling. This is really important when it comes to body control and keeping the body nice and tight on that kip and lockout overhead. One last additional note here is the hips rest on the wall on the knees to elbow before kipping all the way up into that full handstand push-up. The following week now, strict handstand push-up with full range of motion. We're just doing singles here. 1 rep at a time, flawless reps. Kick down, do another one, accumulate some volume here, but we're just doing 1 at a time. June 12th, now we are adding deficit. So now her hands are on an elevated platform and she's increasing the range of motion, fighting it the whole way. Just like those 3-second lowers, we're building strength in this position. June 26th, we're 12 weeks in now. Check it out. Confidence, smooth, coordinated, strong. Everything's coming together here. She did 4 in a row, which is quite a feat given the fact that she couldn't even do 1 full range of motion at the very beginning. And if that wasn't enough, strict handstand push-ups. Multiple in a row, full range of motion. Excellent, excellent work. How did she do this in 12 weeks? From headstand to multiple handstand push-ups, 12 weeks using 1, intelligent programming. Nothing was random in this program. Number 2, a systematic approach. Proper accessory work, number 3. And number 4, consistency and effort. No shortcuts, just hard work. Thanks for watching, you guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like, and share.